Hello, everyone, and welcome to the long-awaited return of Skill Swap with Zigzag. It has been a long hiatus because, we've had stuff to do. He had Asia Pacific regionals and things, and I've been doing all kinds of things as well. So I'm really glad that we're back. The last episode, we learned how to read Thai together. But yeah, I'm back here with Oscar today, and we're going to be playing some Brazil. How are you doing today?
Very well, thank you. Very well. Brazil's always been one of my favorite countries, so I'm keen to get into some BR.
Yeah, you're probably more keen than me. I've been practicing a little bit, like you told me to, and it has not been going particularly well. I feel like I've gotten some vibes for some places, and then there are other places that I don't think I've correctly guessed them ever. So like it's it's definitely a process, and I'm making a lot of bad guesses, but I'm slowly learning, and it's obviously one of the hardest countries to learn. So it's baby steps, but it's tricky. That's for sure.
Sure.
But yeah, I guess we can jump into some games first. So we want to do NMPZ, I assume.
Yeah. I mean, NM you can say more, but NMPZ I feel like that's more of my cup of like. Well, I could probably
Yeah.
like if we talk about vibes more than like polls and
Right,
stuff,
and yeah,
which can
exactly.
be taught better by other people.
That's
Yeah.
good because, like, yeah, again, my vibes have not been amazing so far. I've had a lot of trouble picking up certain landscapes. So I think hearing some advice is going to be really helpful for me.
For
So
sure.
yeah,
And by the way, I'm not an expert to
yeah.
everyone watching at home. I'm good, but there are easily
He's
20,
certainly
30.
better than me. That is for sure. And yeah, I was just I mean I didn't film this, but I was just playing on NPC before we started filming, and I was on 19.2k after 4 rounds, and the world record on this map is like 22.8k. I missed the last round, but like I literally could have had 24k in NPC, and I'm not even good at Brazil. It was
And this
it
is
was
like a very
almost
popular.
greatness.
Yeah.
But one day maybe I'll get there. Anyway, balanced Brazil NMPZ. So let's just jump into some rounds. I'll say what I think, and then you'll say what you think. So I'm not gonna read the sign. I don't know if it has anything on it anyway, but I see a round pole. I see an antenna, which is interesting.
Mm.
The antenna, I have seen it so far. I've been keeping track. I've only seen it in RGDS and MGDS, but I have no idea if it appears elsewhere. But I know that round poles are most common in Sao Paulo. But that I think that lamp that's like not attached to the pole, the lamp that's like in
The
that
shape,
configuration.
the Luton kind of shape. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's a MT and MS thing. I might be wrong about that, but I think I would probably go with the antenna and that. Maybe MS? And then
Yeah.
it's going to be
So,
RS. I'm not sure. But and there's also a little Paraguay palm looking thing in the distance. So yeah, I'll go somewhere in the middle of MS.
so we yeah, right. Like the long antenna is really common in RGDS, and that's normally around Santa Maria, I think it's called, or whatever
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Santa Maria. So like there in the south, it's like really common along the Uruguay border as well.
Okay.
You're not in that area, not going to get such red soil, I would say. So I agree that that would like kind of exclude.
Yeah.
Well, like it really doesn't look like down there to me. Like nothing really looks Uruguay here.
Sure.
Then you rightly identify that we have some Paraguay palms. So I don't actually know where the antenna goes outside of there. So if you're
Got
saying
it.
MS, then I really like that
I've only
idea.
seen it once there.
Right.
I think I've had it 5 times, and 4 times it was in RS or something.
Right.
So yeah.
But if you've seen it there before, it does make quite a lot of sense to me with the Paraguay palms and the red soil. And one thing I'd say is like around poles, I believe in MS you only see round poles around the capital. So we would have to
Okay.
be around Campo, whatever.
Well,
Grande.
in that case, yeah, maybe the round pole is wrong. Maybe it's like just Sao Paulo or something. I don't know, but
Yeah. So if it wasn't MS, it will probably be Sao Paulo, Goiás.
okay.
Actually, it could even be Uberlandia here, just because we have the kind of Thai pole top, the one that kind of makes the face. You know what I mean? Um,
Uh,
yeah, the insulators there are like stacked on this metal thing. It's like the Thai style of, I don't know. It's something you see sometimes in Thailand. It's
okay.
a metal rod at the top.
Sure.
Of
Okay.
the insulators. Yeah, and the ninja stars as well. It's something quite common in in
Sao Paulo
MG,
or Goiás?
Minas Gerais.
Oh, Minas Gerais. Oh yeah, right, because you said Uberlândia. Yeah, yeah, got it.
That being said, I would go Campo Grande just because you've
Mhm.
seen the antenna there before. We have the Paraguay palms. It looks like there, so
Yeah.
I think we send.
Okay. Yeah, sure. It's a little bit west, but okay.
Interesting.
Yeah,
So I think
happy.
the
Yep.
general rule. Sorry to interrupt.
No.
The
Yeah.
general rule, I think, is that round poles outside of round pole states. So round pole states would of course be Minas Gerais, Sao Paulo, Rio de Janeiro, quite commonly in Santa Catarina and Rio Grande do Sul as well.
Yep.
But outside of those states, they quite commonly occur inside capital cities. So
Yes.
you'll see them in the capitals in the northeast and for example, yeah, Campo Grande is another capital which I think you see them in. Not really sure. Like, I guess it makes sense. It's kind of like the second biggest city, I guess. But yeah.
Right. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Not all my guesses will be that good. Fair warning, but yeah. At least I started it off with a decent one.
Yep.
This is not going to go as well. I don't get much of anything out of this. I don't know what this crop is or if this is even a crop. It's just kind of yellow, so I'm not sure. But rolling hills,
Wait, I'm not sure.
yeah, I'm not totally sure either. But this is the type of thing where I click somewhere in the middle-ish because I'm not getting much of a distinct vibe from this. So I would probably go like either Goiás or Minas Gerais. Maybe I would just click like right there. But I honestly no idea.
Okay, your guess is probably as good as mine right here. My first thought was Piranha, but I could
Okay.
see Goiás, Minas, Sao Paulo, Santa
Mhm.
Catarina, maybe even RS. I think I like Piranha best. But yeah, it could be where you clicked for sure.
Okay.
I just wonder maybe would the soil be quite this? I don't know. It's like
Yeah.
you see a lot of
Too red,
rolling.
maybe. Yeah.
You see a lot of rolling farmland with really red soil in Piranha, so I'd probably just go around Maringá. But
Okay.
you can pick
I'll live with the consequences if my guess is bad. But yeah, I think that makes sense now that you say it. So we'll see. That's a great guess. Nice.
Yeah. So just
Very
typical,
good.
and then also like the soil gets particularly red around Misiones for whatever
Of course. Yeah.
reason. Like I feel like just hugging the border there all the way down to Uruguay,
Makes
you
sense.
get a lot of red soil.
Given how red it is in Misiones. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy red there.
Okay. Urban. Great. Okay. Urban does not tend to go well for me because it all looks exactly the same to me. But I mean, sometimes there are a few like pole sticker type things that I know, but for the most part, I don't know a lot of pole metas or lamp metas. So this, I see absolutely nothing of note. So I would
this is
click Sao Paulo and just go there. I don't know. Maybe here.
At first, I was wondering, could this be northeast? I think that we have too many nice tiled roofs. I think it feels a bit too wealthy.
Okay.
Indeed.
Actually, maybe Sao Paulo is a bad guess because the pole isn't round. But I mean,
You can just certainly get normal ones in any state, I
yeah,
believe.
yeah.
So Sao Paulo definitely would still be an option here. Okay, so I'm not thinking northeast anymore, and we do have quite a bit of red soil spilling onto the road here, so yeah, probably not northeast. But I'm wondering about. I mean, Sao Paulo is actually pretty valid. I think I was wondering
Okay.
about maybe Goiás. I was thinking maybe around the capital city.
Yeah, could be.
But very difficult to say. It could also be. No, I think yeah. Sao Paulo's pretty good. I think Brasilia, Goiânia area is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Could even be like MS.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah. Probably not too much to say about this one because it's just urban is silly, but yeah, Southern Goiás. So yeah, it's a solid
much
call
in
out
that-
again.
in
Yep.
that area. Looks fairly wealthy. Red soil. you know.
Right. Yep. Okay. This is the type of thing where I probably should have at least some idea, but again, really tough for me. Soil is obviously quite red, but there's not really any agriculture or anything. I don't know if that pole has supports or not, although I don't even really remember where the supports are anyway, so
Supports are just less common northeast.
yeah.
I don't really remember too much beyond that, but yeah, it's good. good for that. I mean, we have really red soil here anyway, so it'd be kind of odd for
Right.
all the way northeast.
Yep. Yeah. We have red soil. It doesn't look particularly well. I don't know. I just have such a hard time getting vibes from anything. Like it just all looks the same to me. I just need a lot more practice. But the fact that I was almost on 24k NPZ is hilarious because given this is my thought process every round. But yeah, I think I'll say it's Goyas. I don't know.
Oh yeah, Goyas definitely possible here. Okay, this one I definitely find very difficult myself. Like, I could think of probably like 7 states that this could be.
Yeah.
So yeah, on the southern end it could be Goyas or MS. I could definitely see that being possible.
Yep.
I could also see Tocantins here. I could see Piauí. And then also I thought it could even be Amapá. Not so keen on that, but I definitely think it's not out of the question here.
Yep.
So that would be an interesting one if it was there. But I think I probably would lean Tocantins Piauí, but I definitely don't mind your Goiás guess as well.
Okay.
This is a very difficult round, you're right. So I mean, I'm pretty sure it's one of the ones I mentioned, but I'm just not sure which. You know?
Yeah, I mean it's hard. I hate Amapá, by the way. I have not once correctly guessed Amapá. I think I went RS on Amapá once. Like, this state drives me insane, and I have no idea how to guess it other than like if there's a blur, and if there's no blur, it's like what do you even do?
They have lots of really short trees there, and like all these trees are short. So I thought of it because of that. Also, Amapá, really best thing to remember in Gen 3 and in Gen 4, almost always has some kind of a haze. It's
So I know the Gen 4 haze. I didn't realize Gen 3 had haze too.
Gen 3 also has like a very distinctive haze towards the front of the car, and the Gen 4 car is striped, and it's distinctly blue stripes. So
but if it's NMPZ and you're facing the other way, then tough luck. So I'll try Goiás, and it's going to be Amapá. It's Tocantins. Okay, sure.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, and also these trees are kind of like typical Tocantins looking trees, but you know they can, as I said, like there was literally like 7 states this could be. So
yeah, it's a tough one. Yeah.
If we looked around, I might have tried to go Amapá. I mean, it wasn't strapped, but you know, it kind of still looks.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. You have a point. Even if it's just blue car, yeah. Okay, and finally, this is about average, I'd say, for how my games have been going. This is interesting. Why is it so flat?
Yeah, it's a very distinct landscape.
I mean, I thought of this area, but it's east-west, so maybe like that road, or when it's this flatness makes me think near Uruguay or along the coast, like in RS. So I thought maybe this road here. That's what I'll try.
I think you're on it.
Nice. Okay. RS has generally been, it's not as bad as Amapá, but I think it's one of the states that I have the most trouble identifying. At least NMPZ.
RS to me is like the most fun state. Like, it's so vibeable. Like,
okay, I haven't picked up the vibes yet because I keep sending like up here on RS. So yeah,
it is difficult, but like I feel like also on Jules I pick up points on there a lot. Because,
yeah.
Like, also because I practiced a lot of Uruguay, I think. So you just kind of like, oh, it's like Uruguay. Yeah,
like if it's like border, it's like, okay, this literally looks like it is Uruguay, but otherwise, like up here, I have more trouble for sure. Yeah. Okay, but yeah, at least this flat landscape is pretty distinct. Of course, it's the other side.
Okay, but that's interesting. I mean, like, yes, I guess maybe at this point the red soil is kind of stopped, but I thought we might have seen some there. I definitely thought it has to be near Uruguay, but yeah, I was kind of surprised it's west.
Right. Okay, well, you know, that's solid. Yeah, I think my average has been somewhere around there. I've had a few worse, a few better, but yeah, it's just NMPZ especially is really quite difficult. But yeah, we got this. I got the state 2 out of 5 times, so yeah, we're working on it.
Not bad.
All right.
Ooh,
this is interesting. It's
it
like
looks like
literally like Botswana, like.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, with the sort of dry shrubiness of it, I would think northeast, but why is it so red? Like, I think if this area is not being this red, so it's kind of confusing me. I also another thing for me is that like from about here to here, everything looks exactly the same to me. I don't like Bahia and all the Northeast states. Most of the time, I kind of just click middle because I don't, I can't really tell them apart very well. Anyway, with the red soil, it's honestly confusing me quite a bit. I think I would still just go somewhere northeast. Maybe just click like there, but I don't know. Maybe it's more Piaui because it's red. Like maybe I'll go here instead. But yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, I definitely think it's northeast. I think the redness here is kind of an exception to the rule. Like
Okay.
you definitely can see it like this. So I'm thinking I like your first guess better. Maybe like a Western Pernambuco, Western Paraíba,
Yeah.
maybe even Western RN. But that being said, like as you said, it's a struggle area. Like it could definitely still be just like a middle Bahia, randomly.
Yep.
But
Yep.
yeah, I like Central Pernambuco. That's what you had clicked before. I think that's a good guess.
Let's try it. Let's pretend I never moved it. North
Okay.
Bahia. Okay.
Yeah, still fine.
That's not so bad. Yeah.
Maybe
go
that's
again with
maybe
this.
the red soil was a bit too red to have been where we clicked. I don't know.
Possibly. Again, I hate these rounds. Yeah, I don't know if there's a lamp meta here. Like,
Not that I can, not one that I particularly know.
okay.
I think the triangle thing connecting the lamp is probably.
I was gonna say I thought I'd heard of that being a thing, maybe, but I don't know what it is. So, okay, so this is just random urban then. Looks like a round pole, but again, in a city, I feel like a round pole can be about anywhere.
You can still use it. It's just less reliable in
Yeah.
what feels like a big city.
I see. I mean, I see no reason not to just go Sao Paulo again. Maybe Rio or Minas or Rio or something. Just click where there are a lot of cities, but who knows?
Oh yeah, I would make the same guess here. I think it's Sao Paulo.
Okay.
The fancy house. Off on the left there, and then the round poles. I think it feels good.
Okay. And it's Belo. Okay.
Yeah,
Makes sense. Just
it was quite flat,
suburbs
so
of
that's
big
why
city.
I was leaning more Sao Paulo. Like,
yeah. No, that makes sense for sure. Sugarcane. What appears to be sugarcane. Paraguay palm? Question mark.
yeah, we do definitely have one on the left there, and maybe one in the center.
Yeah. Which is quite interesting. I mean, sugarcane, I tend to either go Sao Paulo or like Alagoas, but oh God. I hate how I don't know, but I don't think this is ever Alagoas, so I think I would go like Sao Paulo, maybe towards MS because of the palm, but like this area maybe.
Yeah, you're right. So sugarcane puts you Alagoas, Sergipe, and Sao Paulo for primarily.
Yep.
And then yeah, we have the palm, which would put us southern, so that's good. Of course, you can see it all the way up into like northern Minas and Tocantins, but it's like fairly consistent for more southern.
Yep.
And I like a western Sao Paulo here. Could even be eastern MS. Could even be Uberlandia. Could be southern Goiás. But where you clicked is pretty good.
Okay. I'll take that. Yep. Trust the palm, I guess. Except don't, because I've trusted them before and they've definitely led me astray. So
we did see two of them. And we also saw quite a lot of
true.
cows. I feel like you see quite a lot of cows going on in like Goiás and MS. And
I've definitely heard of Goiás cows. I don't know about MS cows, but those are
MSMT Goiás, they have like probably the most cows, I think.
Okay. Good to know.
I don't know if that's actually the case. Maybe I can get fact checked by someone.
Bruh. What the heck?
Oil palms, I think. That's kind of interesting.
I have no idea where oil palms are found, so I'm not going to use that.
I think they are maybe useful, but I can't remember either.
It's hilly and red. Oh, good lord. I'm very clueless here. I would go Mato Grosso. Not sure.
Yeah, I think Mato Grosso is possible. I do.
Okay.
I was thinking. I mean, first thought was Acre, but the longer I looked, the less I kind of liked it. I don't know. I just feel like if it was Acre, I'd maybe like recognize it more.
Yeah, it feels
So
somewhat off
yeah.
to me for
Yeah.
Acre, but again, I get it wrong all the time, so I don't know.
So my new thought is between Maraba in Para and Amapa. Like I think it's somewhere between Maraba and Amapa.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, but I would go Maraba. I think because Maraba often looks a lot like Acre while not being
Okay.
the same.
And do you think they would have oil palms, or maybe that's?
I think
an area you
they
might
do have a lot of palms there. I don't know if they're oil palms, but I feel like it kind of makes sense in my head
Okay.
without me
Sure.
being particularly sure. So,
All right. Should I click Maraba or leave it in Mato Grosso?
as you see fit, Jake.
Well, let's try. Let's try it. He's the goat. Nice. Good stuff.
Yeah, and then also there's like generally like quite commonly a haziness in Para as well in Gen 3, so
yeah.
that also helped me there a little bit, but it's not like I mean NMPZ it's kind of hard to tell what's exactly going on, but yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Nice.
that's crazy. In this round, I dropped 800 points. In that other game, I dropped 800 points in 4 rounds.
Yeah, it's absolutely absurd.
There's just no way I'm doing that again. Oh my god. Wait. Repeat moment?
Yeah.
I had this. I sent RS because I thought it looked like Uruguay, and then it
Yeah,
was
it does.
Goiás.
Guys makes a lot of sense to me here. Like these trees that we can see on the left kind
Yeah.
of look like the ones we had in Tocantins.
Yeah, and like the tall grass type stuff is pretty sort of
Yeah,
Goiás
yeah.
Tocantins. Yeah.
And then we also have like agriculture, which would be like kind of a bit less common in Tocantins. And
yeah.
yeah, that's why you sent RS because like the right hand side of the screen definitely looks like RS.
Yes, and then the sort of
Yeah, and-
isolated
and the
plantation
palm
of
trees.
trees in
Yeah.
the distance, exactly. So it
Yeah.
felt so RS, even if like the
That-
rest doesn't. And you
that's
turn
absolutely-
around
I
and it
mean-
like totally doesn't look like it at all. But
Yeah. So the left hand side of the screen doesn't look like it, but the right hand side definitely does. It's
Right.
So reasonable guess.
Right. Okay. So yeah, I think it was Goiás. But
Nice.
the other side is like totally different. Yeah.
Yeah. Like you're not gonna send RS on that, but
No.
like the other view, I could definitely.
Yeah.
send that.
Or if you're like skewed or something, you see like this. It's like,
Yeah, if I was playing skewed, I could definitely send RS there.
Yeah.
100%.
Anyway, that was lucky it was a repeat, but
15k, pretty good game.
Yep. Although to be fair, I did switch to Marabas.
Nonetheless.
Okay, I don't know if these like spindly trees. Like I feel like these there are areas where there are more of these and fewer of these, but there's like kind of a lot of areas, so I haven't really bothered to learn specifically where you find these thin trees because I feel like they're like, oh, it's either Minas
Yeah,
or Paraná or like Amapá, and it's like okay,
Yeah.
like whatever.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
But this is interesting. I feel like when it's just somewhat nondescript mountains and I don't see Paraná pines, I just click like here. So that's probably what I'll do on this.
Yeah, so we have a wooden pole. That's the first like thing to know.
Oh,
here.
right. I don't remember where wooden poles are found. So
So I think that the two most common states for wooden poles, apart from Amazonas, are well, I don't know if like Amazonas just definitely has them. It's worth keeping in mind. Obviously, this is not there.
yeah.
RS and Rio Grande do Sul and Sao Paulo are the two most common. I think you definitely can see them in Minas and Rio de Janeiro, so it
Okay.
can definitely be there.
Okay. Yeah.
The shape of the hills, and yeah, you're right, the lack of piranha pines do remind me of where you've clicked.
Yep.
And yeah, for that reason, I'm liking it, honestly. I definitely think you're not too far here. I don't think
Yeah.
it's the south. Maybe where you are right now would be a little bit more lush, so maybe I'm
Maybe.
considering like a little bit further west, maybe. But I mean, no, just as well. I mean, Tri-Point does work pretty nicely, I think so.
Yeah. It's one of my more consistent areas. I never get the state right, but usually I can
Yeah.
sort of identify this area. Yeah.
But I think it's more Minas anyway, especially with the wooden pole. Maybe more Rio Minas rather
Okay.
than.
Okay.
Espiritu.
Yeah, it could be Rio. Yeah, we'll see. Sao Paulo. Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
a
yeah.
weird
Paulo,
mountain
yeah.
part of Sao Paulo. Yeah, that
Quite
makes sense
common.
with the pole. Yeah, but at least it wasn't these mountains because I definitely have had that problem before. So
Yeah. look similar. I mean, you see great players missing that.
Yep.
For sure.
I go Marignal. I think that kind of looks like the trident pole with the insulators, which I think is a Marignal thing, and then we have like Babasu palms to the left. So I would probably click Marignal. Yeah.
Interesting. Yes. So, I think Marignal is a really good guess. Obviously, the trident and the trees would lean you that way.
Yeah.
We have a termite hill, which is like more common in the center of Brazil, I think. So, that's interesting.
Is that this thing here?
Yeah, termite hill, like you see in Australia. So, and we have like some cows which kind of look like Goiás cows, low key. So I'm wondering, if we might be like, if this is like a Beatty more southern round or
maybe,
what's going
on.
It might be like wait, let me get my thoughts in order here. Okay, we got that pole. Okay. Suspicious. It's difficult.
Wait, is there a support on the pole? There is.
I think there are supports.
Does Marignal not have them? I don't remember.
I can't remember. I feel like they're not that common in Marignal if they have them.
Okay. I have a map of it somewhere. Let me find it.
Oh, sure.
I want to just... Okay, Marignal doesn't have them. That's tough. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
because it looks it's like Marignal bait here, but I'm actually thinking it might be it actually may just be here we are.
This is the pole this is the diagram that I was sent. So if this is
by the way.
Yeah, if this is private, then shit. You know, you can have it. If I ask the guy who gave me this and he says not to put it in the video, then I'll just cut this out of the video, but you can definitely have the diagram.
For sure. I mean, I already have the percentages, I just don't have the diagram.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway,
no.
So yeah, no pole supports in Marignal. So it's not there, but you think like Goiás or Tocantins maybe?
Oh, I mean the trident is interesting. Not really sure what I'm making of it. I think that it could be Marignal stuff spilling into Pará somehow. I prefer Goiás Tocantins like East Mato Grosso though because of the termite hill. So I think I would maybe click like Max North Goiás or something. Yeah.
Let's try Max North Goiás. Oh my god. Wow. Yeah. Really?
That's interesting that the termite hills show up here as well.
Really?
I'm curious about that.
That's kind of wild.
So we've really had full white car here, right? I think this is full white.
It is full white. That would have helped NM, and then the palms, obviously, the palms make sense for Acre, but... Zoom in what?
Can you zoom the cows northeast?
The cows. Yeah.
These are indoor cows or whatever they're called, indoor cows.
Okay.
So yeah, they're really commonly raised in like Mato Grosso and Goiás.
Okay. I was gonna say they look like outdoor cows to me, but like
yeah. Good one. Yeah, that would probably help you actually go away from Marignal, I would anticipate. And it doesn't make it does make sense that we have those palms. Plus,
yes, the palms make sense.
Maybe that latitude is more associated with the termite hill. So I guess all in all, like you could get there, but very difficult. Also, that pole looks much more Rondonia than Acre. So,
oh, wacky one, yeah. So wait, so are you like differentiating between cow species here? Like, is there a different species of cow?
They're white. Like they're very easy to distinguish because they're white and they have the huge hump. You can see on the one who's feeding on the right. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
So these are are these the Goiás cows?
Yeah, these are the Goiás cows. They're native to India. Yeah.
And are there other cows in Brazil that like are different? Or
I know people region guess France on cows. I don't know the other ones. Like they probably are, but
okay.
In fact, they are, but I don't know.
Crazy round.
It looks like Australia.
Bro, yeah, what? It does. You have like a eucalyptus, wait, this fully looks like Australia. And then it looks like it's like a Canadian road line in Australia, but it's like Brazil.
Like if you look left hand side of the screen, it's Canada. If you look right hand side, it's Oz. Like Queensland.
What on earth? Okay. I think there might be a meta for these like sort of L-shaped poles where it just sticks out to one side, but I have no idea what the meta is. So
asymmetrical poles, yeah.
Yeah, I would go. I don't even know where I would go here. It feels more south to me, probably. I might click, I don't know, Santa Catarina or something, but that's honestly, it's a total guess. I have no clue. Maybe RS. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, so the predominance of the pines here should mean that we're almost certainly correct about south here. Parana, Santa Catarina, RS.
Yeah.
That's the main options in my mind here. Full asymmetric, I can't remember how it works, but I feel like it may be quite common in Santa Catarina. So I like it. I like quite an eastern Santa Catarina here. We should be quite elevated with this many pines, and the soil is not particularly red. So I was thinking maybe around Blumenau, maybe a bit central hedge, but yeah, I thought pretty decently east here.
Okay, I'll try it. Nice. Very good.
Yeah, a lot of time in Brazil, it's like some other countries where you just have to add together a few factors and then pray.
Yep. All right.
But the pines, the pole, yeah, makes sense. Ooh.
Wooden pole is fascinating.
And so we had the oil palms we had. That was last time Maraba. I don't think we had any on the last.
It was
on the,
Maraba, yeah. No, the Acre had like Babasu palms, yeah.
Babasu.
I think those are the Amazonian palms, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a mix. I mean, we have a wooden pole and then we have a concrete pole. Which I don't really know what that means, to be honest, but we have termites again. We have a fair few kinds of palms, I feel like. It feels like there's 3 different types of palms on screen. Which is a bit weird. Oof. Yeah. Struggling. Maybe Rondonia. I don't know. It's my guess.
Interesting one. So yeah, the wooden pole, I'm pretty sure you basically never see them in Acre, so that's pretty useful.
Okay.
So that was definitely an option in my mind when I first saw the image, but then I saw that I was like, probably not then.
Okay. Does Rondonia have them? Or maybe not so much.
I think it would be quite rare in Rondonia, though. It probably is possible. Definitely the way it's kind of squiggly reminds me more of like an Amazonas kind of vibe. But do we have like... Is that like sugarcane in the background, or what's going on the left there? I don't know. Like there's like the crop that's...
I don't know. Is it a crop or is it just like weeds on the side of the road?
Not these weeds, but the ones like before the palm trees on the left.
Oh, there. I
guess
have no idea.
Weeds. I guess it's also weeds, but oh gosh, Shake, it's not easy.
This is nasty. I mean, NMPC Brazil is so rough.
I think I gotta see the map here. You could. It could. Oof. I think at the end of the day, I would have to click Santarém or Manaus here, even though it's quite unforested. Maybe Santarém is kind of the big head.
The lack of forest made me worry. It made me think it wouldn't be that Amazonian, but Santarém could work, yeah. This area here.
Like, it is a rough one. I would love to look around here, but
yeah,
we don't have that privilege, so
right.
Probably would just go there.
I'll try Santarém. It's a Manaus. Wow. Okay. Fair enough.
So the wooden poles are most common in Manaus and the Amazon, so yeah.
Sure.
Yes.
Tricky one.
Purely tough.
How clear it is, yep.
Remember Jupe used to tell me that the concrete poles get quite wide at the bottom in Amazonas, and well, yeah, if we could see this pole, that's like that. Whatever tree they used to cut down, the one we just saw as well. Was very,
Did you say they get wide or white at the bottom?
Wide. You see how it's kind of giga wide at the bottom here? Like it's unusually wide, I would say.
Maybe.
Pole. Like you see, it's like a foot across, like at least, right? So.
Yeah, it's pretty wide to be fair. Okay.
Yeah. It kind of. I think that actually works pretty nice, and then also the kind of like holy. Wooden pole we had behind us is a super Amazonas. If we saw that, I would have made us go there.
Okay. Dude, What are these? Oh my god. I'm so clueless every time. Okay. Again, there's not really any agriculture. It's just hills. It could. I mean, I remember you said like red soil, rolling hills is kind of like Parna, but this one doesn't quite look the same.
It's not agricultural this time.
Right, that's true. Yeah. Okay. I wish I knew. It could even be. Nah, I would go. Again, I would probably click Goyas, but like I'm so lost on all these rounds.
This time my main thought is Goyas, so I like
Okay, okay, that's good.
Let's think about secondary options here, because I think it's worth running through that. I think if we're wrong, then possibly, like, I don't know if you really get this rolling landscape in MS. I think that would be a bit weird. It kind of looks like it, apart from that, though. Like a weird western Minas is possible here, maybe. Like a southern Tocantins. I think it just looks like Goyas. I think we're actually on it. I think so.
Yeah, Goyas is usually where I click when I just don't really know because it's in the middle of everything that it feels like it could be. But yeah, okay, I'll try Goyas. Oh my god.
Oh, okay. Well, that was weird not to have any palm trees. That's what made that difficult.
Right. NM, do we have any? Not really, no. Not at all.
NM, that could have been a tough one. Although, okay, here's something nice for this location, which I thought of and then forgot to mention, is that like the wooden poles here are kind of rickety. Like they're a bit more Colombian looking, and that's definitely a good meta for the northeast.
So these guys,
so you get like kind of in the south you get a lot of wooden poles as well. So you can't really use them unless you see that they're quite like uneven.
Yeah.
Some of them are wonky.
Yeah.
Some of them are thicker than others. Like yeah.
Okay. Good to know.
That would be pretty like that definitely like it's like a good NMPZ meta because it can lean you further north.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I mean, because I'm used to sort of seeing like coconut palms and stuff in this area, so
that's what makes this one particularly different for sure.
Odd
And it's also
case,
like in the wettest part of this year probably, so it probably looks quite different.
Yeah.
Other times.
It's tricky. It's tricky. Well, we're learning that this country is pretty brutal. Do you want to try dueling?
Yeah, sure, we can do a duel. Yeah.
Okay. I don't fancy my chances, obviously, but
I mean, you've had some guesses that were better than mine so far, so
I suppose that's true.
We'll
I'm so inconsistent, but again, yeah, I can pull off close to 24k apparently on a good day, so
exactly.
We'll see. All right, I will share a link. Not to that person. There we go.
Thank you.
Alrighty.
Still no stubble option. How sad.
I know. Like, where is it? I've been waiting for this for ages. It's like they're adding all these like silly costumes and they can't add stubble. It's like, come on.
What are the devs doing with their time? No stubble, no. I'm gonna protest.
All right. So I've set multis to 0 because I figure we don't need them. And 6k health, or do we want even more?
Can do a 10k if we want to just do one duel.
Let's try 10k and see how long we last. No healing and okay.
I feel like 10k is not going to last very long. I would
say
probably,
yeah.
10 rounds max.
We could probably get a couple 10k duels in, honestly.
Let's see it.
Depending on how quickly the first one goes. Okay.
Okay. Ooh, interesting pavement. That is not corresponding with my kind of idea here.
Give this a go. All right, Sarah.
Yeah, actually, yes. I have seen that pavement in Seattle before. That makes sense.
Yeah, I just saw rickety fence. I was like, okay, northeast it is.
Yeah. Indeed, that was a good application of that meta. What is this? Old coverage. Interesting.
Is it the copyright?
Yeah, it's like 2020,
Yeah.
but it doesn't help at all to me. I don't know where that would be found, but
That's
yeah.
good, because I certainly don't. Um, nice.
That's
Mariupol moment.
definitely
Except
missed
when
one
it
there.
not but
It
yeah.
definitely spills as well. I was wondering if that might be like Piaoi spill. It kind of looked like Piaoi.
Right, it looked like Piaui, that's why I went east. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Interesting one.
Okay.
Let's guess.
Thanks.
Pretty good so far. We've been
Yeah,
consistent.
no, I'm happy so far.
Oof.
Wow.
That's interesting. Yeah. Interesting stuff going on in this round. I think I'll go here. Yeah.
Okay.
So we had that was fascinating. We had a Minas Gerais lamp, which is like the one with the black section on it.
Ah.
But it looks like, but we had the northeast fences, and I was like,
Right.
that's not Minas Gerais, but it was very close to it, so that's.
Yeah, I didn't know the Minas meta, so I just went northern by to hedge for the whole northeast.
But still a good guess, all in all.
Okay.
Let's guess.
Got the right state for once.
Yeah, this one's kind of goofy.
What is this?
I'm not really getting much here. So many options.
Yeah.
I'll go here. I'm not confident.
I have a crazy idea, but I don't think I'm going to do it because I think it's stupid, so... I was thinking about Amapa, but I'm not going to do that. Marinyao, okay.
Yeah, thought of it, yeah.
Okay. Sure. Well, that's my first
We had another
moderately
oil
bad
palm.
guess, but...
We had another oil palm. I wanted to go back in that similar area in case it was working.
Oh,
Seemed
dear
to...
God. Yeah. Okay. Not feeling too hot about this one.
Not an easy one.
Sure.
Okay. Looked really similar to that last North Minas we had, so it makes sense.
The, like, super dry one? Or...
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, it was a different season, but the kind of soil color and stuff
Yeah.
reminded me of it. Oof, that kind of difficult here.
Ah, man, I can't decide if this is like Sao Paulo or like Santa Catarina. Yes. Oof. Nice.
We had a lot of pines.
There's a big round pole in the distance, which is kind of what made me go Sao Paulo, but
yeah,
otherwise
I mean, they're very common in Santa Catarina and RS as well.
Yeah.
That's a good guess. Nice one.
Yeah, I also, I mean, obviously didn't see Paranal Pines, which maybe that's not a very good thing to rely on.
No, that's actually that actually might be like maybe I mean, we couldn't see that much, but it was a big factor actually. That's what I should have thought of. This one's kind of difficult.
What is this?
I'm not sure I would guess Brazil. Okay, I'm fairly confident I wouldn't get Brazil here.
Yeah, no, actually, that's an excellent point. I don't think I would either.
Ooh, wait, I have a wild guess. Should I go for a wild one?
What did you notice?
I don't think it's correct. I just think it's like kind of it would be hilarious if it was correct.
I'm
That's
very lost here, so you'll probably be okay either way.
This was completely white, right? So,
Right, which is weird, but I don't really know what to do with it.
no, I think where I'm clicked it would definitely be palm trees. Like,
What the heck is this round?
okay, I'm gonna try it anyway because I don't really have anything here. So, if it's correct, it's goaded. But okay,
Yeah.
not bad.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, yeah, I was surprised not to see any palm trees. Nevertheless,
True.
white soil there makes sense for like the coast, I guess.
Well, you didn't think we'd get past round 10. Here we are at round 10.
Yeah, we've had fairly forgiving seed to be fair, and made a lot of the same mistakes.
We're just good.
Oh yeah, that too. 24.
Fucking copyright.
The bammed fence here. Not too much coming to mind. Damn. Okay, it could be this. It could be my guess radius is really
And I was thinking about going more north, and then I moved south for no reason. I was gonna go Sergipe. I should have.
I mean, your guess is very valid. I was thinking anywhere from you all the way up to Ciara, so
Yeah.
Surely you can't read the error code.
No, I can't. God damn it.
Yeah, so that was like ASIM pole with wooden pole. That's like super Sao Paulo.
Good to know.
Not only is ASIM really common in Sao Paulo, but also wooden poles. So yeah.
Right. I'm starting to fall behind. I gotta get this back.
Lock in.
Okay. Good enough.
Nice guess.
You too. Even better.
Ooh, okay. I think it's viable here.
Yeah. Okay.
Tried lining up a road.
Yeah.
Unsuccessful, sadly. Not really much to say there. It's super generic. Okay. Man, I'm switching. Okay, I'm gonna go here instead.
Not too sure. Oof. Okay.
Wow, yes. That makes sense for Ciara. Yeah. Like, the roof was really fancy, so I was northeast first, and then I was like, but it's kind of like
Yeah.
a very nice tiled roof. So, I mean, even though Ciara's not like rich, it's like I think it's comparatively wealthy compared to. Yeah, I think Piauí is actually one of the poorest states, but they have nicer roofs. I don't know how it works, but yeah. Ooh.
What the heck is this, though? Oh, no.
Yeah, this is a weird village. Like, okay, this one got me confused.
Yeah, you and me both. Weird.
Oh, there's so much possibilities here.
Oh my god. I have no clue.
Okay, yeah.
Could end here with a good guess from either person. Yeah, and mine is not good.
Yeah,
Tough.
unlucky. I mean, yeah. I can see why he thought up. Yeah.
Yeah, I had no real clue
Why
what to do
not?
with
I
that.
guess
That was hard.
the house, like, even still, like, yeah, the roofs fit, but the houses like just kind of look like a southern town.
Yeah.
But I don't know. And then when I thought of maybe Mato Grosso, I checked for the lamps, and I couldn't make them out properly, but I thought they might have been the Mato Grosso style. Not so easy.
No. Peeling here. Okay.
It's
Alive. This is
alive and
it's
kicking.
quite a long duel.
Oh, no,
I'm impressed by how long we've gone.
Yeah, honestly, pretty good. Ooh.
Trash meta? What is this?
Ooh, we have a meta.
Oh, great. Okay, well, I'm in trouble then.
I mean, no, not a powerful meta, not a powerful meta. Just a kind of weak meta. We have the bird's nest on the pole.
Okay, I saw that too, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a fairly weak meta.
That's what I'm saying. I wasn't lying to you, bro.
I forget the range, but it's like kind of just southern half, I think.
Still useful in a round like this, I would say.
Yeah, honestly, because like I could see it being northern. Because like, what even is this? But hard to say. Hard to say. Wow.
Oof. Should have trusted it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's weird though. It really looked
Wow.
so much like Talk on Chins.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I see what you mean. Whoa. What? What the
Ooh.
bloody
Brazilian.
hell? Okay. Sure. Yeah. I don't know. It's flat and agricultural. I went with RS, but damn.
Maybe a bit dry. I don't know.
Maybe.
This is a very
Again, I
generic
struggle a lot with RS, but 18 rounds is much better than I thought I would do. So
Yeah, I feel like you played really well.
I'm not complaining.
Almost beat me.
I feel like I played better in this video than I did in a lot of my practice, which maybe means I'm improving, maybe, but
Yep.
yeah, it's a long process. It's a really tough country, but I'm hoping to get to the point where playing Brazil feels fun rather than just frustrating. But
I feel
yeah,
like you're already at that point.
maybe, yeah, we're getting there at
Or at
least.
least you're close.
Yeah.
You're close. God.
All right.
Yeah, that was a good game. That was a good game.
It was, yeah. Well, GG's, thank you for the tips, as always. It was super useful. Hopefully the viewers agree with that. But glad to have this back. And do you have anything you would like me to do for next time?
That's a good question. Let me look at my trusty map here. So we could. What's a country? I mean, what's your France like? What's your France like?
France? Like no move NPC?
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah, that's my strongest country in Europe, so we could give a bit of that.
Wow.
It's a lower yield country, but could be fun.
Okay. Yeah. I don't even know where to start. Are there I mean, Plonket Guide maybe. Yeah. Yeah, most of the time I just click middle, to be quite honest. But yeah.
Is it not the only country without a? Is it not the only country in?
Oh, is
Europe
it the
without
one
a
that
poll?
doesn't have one? Great.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, is there a place I can get tips? Well, we can talk about this off
I guess
camera.
maybe that's why it's good for a video.
That's a fair point, because it sounds like you know probably more about it than me, but yeah. Yeah, I think I'll struggle with it, but it'll be fun to give it a try.
Actually, it might be
so-
like the biggest disparity, like maybe my France NMPZ versus your France moving. Like, you'd probably like mop me at moving.
Maybe. Yeah.
But,
Yeah. That could be interesting to try, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, sounds good to me. I'll work on some France.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you, man. Appreciate you coming on the channel as always. And yeah, I'll see you all next time.
Catch you guys.